Welcome to Truth and Company podcast. I'm your host, John the Truth Dioria, and today we got an interesting guest. If you're a wrestling fan, you're gonna love this guest. I can't wait to bring him on. I've seen him live action. I've taken photos of this man. He's a fly high and he's a fly high end machine. I guess I don't know what other way to say it, man. He kind of scares me when he jumps around a little bit. But anyways, so let's bring on professional wrestler, the Ice King, Jack Ledger. How you doing?
How's it going? I'm doing great. Doing great. Just another day.
It's a little different seeing you out of your uniform and off the top ropes.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people like after the show, I always try to change real quick, and then you'll be by your merch table, and then they'll always be like, "Do you know who this guy is?" They'll point at like the poster, and they point at you, and you're just like, "Do you look that different not wearing like tights and just wearing a normal t-shirt and sweatpants?" I don't know. Some people don't notice it, but I'm like, okay, I guess it's the incognito. It's the that Superman.
And a lot of people might not be aware, and correct me if I'm wrong on this information, but you actually have been wrestling for about 9 years, right?
Yeah, I think since 20, I think 2016, 20. I think 2016, July 2016, something like that. So it's almost coming up to my 10 years.
Okay. Wow, that's a long time. And how much longer do you think you're going to be wrestling?
Good question because I think it's honestly the only thing that I'm actually good at in like life and enjoy being good at too. So I'm just gonna just do it until I'm almost like Ric Flair, where you can barely move in the ring. So
Now, a lot of other people are, I mean, a lot of fans, I mean, some do, some don't. They might not know that you actually have a brother that's a professional wrestler as well, right?
yeah, some people don't follow enough that we are brothers.
And
Some people,
what's his wrestling name, just so the fans know if they're not aware?
Bobby Brennan. Yeah, a lot of people don't understand that we are brothers. A lot of people just think we ride together. Then some people just think we're brothers just for the show, like not actually shoot brothers, but we are same mom and dad and everything. So yeah, it's not a gimmick or anything. We actually are blood brothers,
And what's
full on.
crazy is you guys have been part of tag teams and you guys have actually wrestled each other in matches.
Yeah, I think it's always the go-to of being like you see the Hardy Boys and stuff like that. You're like, oh, obviously you need to make them a tag team and stuff like that. The Usos, and you're like, make them a tag team. But then they realize much, like, how much more entertaining it is to see us wrestle each other, especially because he's a better good guy, or he's a better bad guy, and I'm a better good guy. And then it's just the difference in our style, in like our gear, how we look, our in ring. We just everything is different. So I think that's what makes it like the polar opposites of everything. Makes it more entertaining seeing red go against blue, spy versus spy.
So, quick question then: as many times have you guys wrestled each other in the ring, and I'm sure in the backyard when you were first coming up? Is there any time in a match where one of you guys got upset during the match, and then after the match you were like almost ready going to blows, like, "Hey, that hurt," or "You shouldn't have did that," or what?
During the match, our first match in Below Zero, there was it was at the Sanctuary in Fargo. I can't remember what the date was, but there was like a part where I clothesline he clotheslines me over the ring. I'm on the apron or something like that. And like he was supposed to, yeah, I think I'm on the apron and he was supposed to feet up and give me his head, but he was just taking too long. And it pissed me off. So like I just slapped him in the leg really hard. So, like I was like, dude, let's get going. Come on. So that was the only time. Then we watched it back in camera and it worked very well because it got really good sound. Like it was just a crazy slap. So yeah, I that was the only time. But other than that, after a match, we were always like, that went really well. We like all of our matches. It's been about 13 matches so far.
Okay.
Um, I'm in the lead, so
Now,
somewhere in there.
are you still up in North Dakota?
Yeah, sadly.
Sadly. And for some fans that don't know what this is, I just want you to kind of explain it quick. What is the Nightmare Factory?
Nightmare Factory is Cody Rhodes's training school, and it's in Georgia where he has camps where for about 4 months he teaches you how to beginners how to wrestle. Sometimes you could just go in there. Like I never was trained at a school until I went there, and I was about 5 years in. So they Cody and his team will teach you how to wrestle and do promos. And he's there for about one of the days of the 4 days of the week that it's going. And yeah, he he does as much as he can, but he mostly is on promos. That's the part he likes to teach.
Okay. And why wrestling? Why did you follow this path?
It's the most I'm really big into superheroes. Like when I was a kid, wasn't big into sports. I was really big into superheroes. I didn't care about anything else but superhero this, superhero that. To the point where like wrestling is literally real life superheroes because there's good guys, there's bad guys, there's costumes, there's doing crazy things, flying through the air, throwing people, and like it it literally is superheroes and supervillains. And I got to the point where when I found out what wrestling was, I just stuck to it and ran with it.
Okay. Now, we were just talking a minute ago. It's been almost 10 years. So, in the 10 years, what type of injuries have you suffered in your career?
I messed up my heels pretty bad. Like just by like landing on my feet and stuff. I like the first one was like I bruised my heel and it doesn't sound bad, but that it actually really hurts to the point where it feels like it's broken. Um then I broke my hand at the Nightmare Factory and I fractured a rib doing a moonsault 2 years ago. And fractured rib, wow, that hurts. It's strained it or something like that. Um, yeah, it really hurts. It was painful. But yeah, those are the main ones: the broken hand and the rib.
So, coming up in the obviously you watched it as a kid, you and your brother, I'm sure, and we're in the backyards doing all that. So, what were some of your wrestling influences? Who were your favorite guys that you loved to imitate or watch?
I just loved it. It's crazy because like I always loved the main character of everything. So to like any movie and all that when I was a kid, to the point where like I was just getting out of hand. Felt like I was just wanted the spotlight. But I was like, so it was like Undertaker, John Cena, like all the main big guys. But I think what really stuck with me was when I found out who Jeff Hardy was. And I was like, he's the coolest guy ever. I really like Jeff Hardy, John Cena, and Chris Jericho. And then I just ran with those and almost just copied them to a T in the backyard. My nickname was Jaxico. It was and that's what I was like, call me Jaxico when I was a kid because I was just so obsessed with wrestling. Wore John Cena shirts every day to school and the double armbands on each side. Those were my main guys.
Okay. So, did you have you had a favorite opponent?
Yes. Probably my brother, just because it's one of those like he's not scared to hit any move on me, and I'm not scared to hit any move on him. We're not scared of any move. We trust each other, so it's one of those like, I want to try doing this, like, and he's just like, okay, I want to try doing this, and like, I'm like, I don't care, sounds good. Other than that, I know it's kind of just like a crazy one, but like John Morrison was really he's super talented to the point where he was very like I want to try a bunch of new things, but I don't know. And I was like, this is the place to do it. We're in Montana. Why not? Just try it. And we just we had a lot of chemistry. Like it just felt like we wrestled many times before. And he said that too, to the point where when he came back, he was like am I working Jack again? And I was like, am I gonna work Morrison? Because we haven't got a rematch. There was no winner of our match. We haven't got a rematch. So probably those are the two main.
Okay. How many titles have you held over your career?
So I held the Below Zero Championship. That's the North Dakota's Fargo company. I held the Below Zero Championship. I have the Sub Zero Championship right now. That's the main and the mid card. And then in Montana, Flashback Pro Wrestling, I've held their main title twice. And then when it comes to, we had a company called Fully Loaded Wrestling. It kind of gets rocky around there because they had like a hardcore title, something like that. I had that. And then the day before they closed down, I won their tag team title. So I was tag team champ for a day. We had a company called Cloud9. I had the tag team championships there. And then the last one in Minnesota, there's a company called I can't remember. I had the tag team championship there, but those are all the titles that I had. So a total of what is that, 8, somewhere around there.
So you got to work on a title in Discover Pro Wrestling.
Yes, I am. I'm trying to go for that one, but I won a number one contenders fatal 4-way, and then I had the match for the title right after. So that didn't go as well as you want it to. But I'm gonna keep on shooting for it, see where that company takes me. And I'm loving the company, I'm loving the roster, and I'm loving the production because it is insanely well with their cameras and like the video packages. It's just it's all around professional, and I love it.
Now let's not forget their photographers too.
Yes, that absolutely. That is my big thing. A company that doesn't have video or pictures, then I'm like, is it worth it going there? Because if you're gonna forget about it, then I feel like the fans are also gonna forget that it happened too. And that's my big thing. Can I like go back and be like, oh, I can post a picture from that day, like, or see a picture and be like, oh, I remember that. Can I post video from that day? And if I can't, then it didn't happen.
Okay. How many states do you think you've wrestled in?
I actually have a pin board where every state I wrestle in, put um I put like a pin to show that I've been there, and then a pin if I won a title. But it's right here actually. Um, so this is how many I did: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I wrestled in 9 different states, and if there's a blue dot, that's where I won a title as well. But
Nice. You got
yeah,
your own little system.
yeah, it's amazing. And I'm trying to, my goal before I'm done wrestling is to hit every state. But it's just, it gets so hard with trying to get people to book you if you're very far away. And it's just, it's a lot of convincing, a lot of trust. You never know. So that is probably my main goal in wrestling.
Okay. So for the fans that don't realize, because they only see you guys basically on show night, give me a typical week of training that a professional wrestler has to go through just for that one night in the match to show the fans.
Um, a lot of it is you're told that you're going to wrestle this guy and in 2 months, and then you're like, okay, cool. Um, then it comes to the day you almost just meet him for your first time ever. You're like, I'm Jack, and then I'm whoever, and then you're like, all right, let's talk about it, how this match is going to go.
But I mean, to
But
stay in shape for matches like the type of stuff you do, if nobody's ever seen you, I mean, you're jumping off top ropes, you're doing all kinds of crazy.
absolutely.
So, I mean, you must go to the gym almost every day and either do like some type of stretches, some weights,
Yeah.
different
And
running.
with the training, you almost got to be, not everyone does it, but if you want to be the best at like the best you can do, and look the best you can, it's one of those, you gotta have to have a strict diet. And a lot of people, it's consistency. I eat chicken and rice like all the time. Like it's just the go-to. It's putting something in your system, and it's just something healthy. And then going to the gym at least 5 times a week. And if you don't, then it's kind of one of those like, you're like, okay, I gotta make it up. You just always got to eat healthy and keep going to the gym. That consistency will, it'll take you a long ways. But it's hard when you're not getting paid to go to the gym. It's hard when you're not getting paid to eat healthy. And I understand, but it's like, how much do you want it? You know, that is the main thing. That's what I always do. It's miserable, but it's that, to a point where you get used to it and you don't think, it's just second nature.
Okay. So, what advice would you give a kid that wants to become a wrestler?
Study, like really tape study until you can get into the ring. The first, like, if you're too young to get in the ring, it's one of those, watch wrestling and don't watch people going through flaming tables and all that. Like that's not what you need to study. The thing is, like, study, it's like, okay, what arm do they hit them with in a clothesline? It's, you gotta, it's very, like, those tiny things, those
All
small
the
things that you need
technical
to
moves.
watch. Yes, exactly. All those small things you need to really understand. But once you do get in the ring, you need to look up what schools are near you, what wrestling camps are near you, how much are they, save up for them, and then go.
All right. So, you ready for these random 20 questions?
Absolutely.
All right. So, question one, tell me about your background and your upbringing a little bit.
In wrestling or just
No, no,
in
in general,
general?
in general.
Okay. I guess I always lived here in North Dakota, and it's not really a place that likes wrestling, but we had a mom and dad that just raised us, had us do whatever you want. No one's pushing us to do sports or anything. Me and my brother just grew up always being like, we don't care about sports. We like superheroes. We like all this. And we were very close throughout our whole life. And once you have a trampoline, you find out what wrestling is. We found out what it was at 10 years old. And that's we did that every single day and ran with it. So we're just two kids from North Dakota that did whatever they want. We're like, in a good way. We weren't bad kids or anything. Just hung out all the time and best friends. And it got cold outside, but we would wrestle outside in the cold. We wrestle outside in the warm. We'd go on the trampoline. We'd go on a snowbank, whatever. And we're pretty simple like that. We didn't like sports, so here we are today. That's where it got us.
Okay. Question two, what type of activity do you do that's therapeutic for you?
I like to I like to paint. I like to listen to music, and like that's not really activity because it's like you can do that in your sleep, you know. So, but painting, crafting, I like to do shit like that. I don't know if I can swear
No, you
actually.
can swear.
Okay, cool. I like to do all that type of stuff. I'm not a very active guy. I hate the gym. I'll be straight up. I hate going to the gym. It's not fun. I like to watch movies. I love watching movies. Last year, I watched 101 new movies. It was very hard to do, but I love watching movies. I like to do crafts. I love Funkos, so I like to make custom Funkos. So, It's I'm very hands on.
Okay. All right. Question 3. What's something that your fans don't know about you?
That's very it's a very good question because I'm like, what's something they wouldn't know? I'm not big into video games. Like I play them, but like a small amount. I like it's like there's probably three to four games I actually play. Other
Okay.
than that, I'm just like I'm not good at them. Don't don't make me play them.
All right.
But
Oh, go ahead.
that and maybe I like a lot of music. Like I like a lot of weird music. I like a lot of music, but I just do not like rap or country. I can't get into it.
Okay. Question 4. Can you sing, dance, or do you play an instrument?
Um I can't play an instrument. I wanted to play piano and just didn't work. I don't think I can dance. I don't know. Sometimes we get drunk after shows and might not and go out, but that's just us having fun. And sing, no, I can't. I wish. I make a lot more money.
All right. Question 5. What's the craziest or funniest story that ever happened between you and a wrestling fan?
Um, maybe this one might be good. This one might be good. So one time, me and my brother were in a tag team match against NDS. That is Riley Jackson and Levy Cruz, and we are the bad guys. We're doing our entrance, and one of the fans pushed my brother, and he's like, "Okay, it's go time. I'm gonna punch this old man." It was like an old guy, and he's like, I'm gonna punch this guy." And then we were like, he was yelling, "Security, you better come get this guy." And they're all putting up their fists, and I'm like, "Okay, okay, let's calm down. The match is in the ring. Like it's one of those." And I'm like, I'm getting mad at this fan too. We're like, "Who is this guy?" We're like, we're about to knock this guy out. After the match, they're like, he walks up to my brother and he's like, "That was fun out there. I'm Levy's dad." We're like, "Oh, great." So it was our opponent's dad. We were like, of course, he was just messing with us. He was just playing for his hometown. So we're in his hometown, so that's why. And it was good heat on us. But me and my brother, we were like watching our back the whole match. We were like, is this old guy gonna get so mad and roll in here? And we were like, we're gonna have to fight this guy. But yeah, the rib was on us.
Okay. Question 6. What's the best advice you ever got from another wrestler, and who was it?
Um, I want to steer away from ones that are just like just have fun, and stuff like that. But you hear a lot of great advice just sitting and talking with like people who've been in the business and been far in the business. Um, I think a good one is honestly the one that really stuck with me is when Morrison said like when you see a bunch of kids like in the crowd and you're a good guy, like he's like Vince McMahon likes when you pose with the kids. There's cameras, there's kids, you pose with them. You make them feel like they're involved. You turn a movie into not only a 3D movie but a 4D. Like you put them in the movie with you. So like if I see kids cheering, I go in the group with them, and it's one of those like, all right, everyone raise your arms on three. One, two, three. Ah, camera's right there. It gets the visual. And then it's great for video packages to be in like, hey, these shows are great for kids too. It's kid friendly. Look how much fun they're having. And then people will be like, I kind of want to have that at my business. Like, I kind of want you guys to come to our town and stuff like that. It's just being involved. Being involved, make them feel involved.
Nice. All right. Question 7. What are the top 5 things a person needs to know when they decide to become a professional wrestler, in your opinion?
Um, I'm gonna riff off. Just go number one. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of drama to the point where it can get annoying and you want to quit. Um, like it can get clicky. It can get it can look like you get too hard at points. You feel like people are talking about you, but it's like you went through school and you couldn't quit. Just treat it like that, you know? Um, the second thing is, as much as I just copy and take a lot of my favorite stuff, just be your own person. We used to have a guy show up and dress like Jeff Hardy. Like he had the same Jeff Hardy, like zip up neck, long sleeve that went around like the hands, and had the same Jeff Hardy boots, dyed his hair, and would do Jeff Hardy's moves. It's like, don't be Jeff Hardy, because like you're just a mini Jeff Hardy that is not as good. It's you know, be yourself. Like try to find what moves you like, what you can do, and try to find your own style. And third, it's kind of with that, have your own gear. Um, don't go on like don't go on like pro wrestling gear, and then you just find just some simple one like that has a star on each side or an already pre-made logo. It's like, get your own custom gear. Maybe not right away, you'll get there, but it's like, if you're like a year or two in, it's like, put your name on your tights. Like I don't want to be watching, be like, which one is that? Have your name on your gear, have your name on that, have your logo, get a logo, promote yourself, you know? And number four can kind of bounce off that. Uh when you have merchandise, put your name on it, because it's one of those like, who is this? Whose shirt are you wearing? Like I'm wearing a Harry Styles shirt right now, you know? It's one of those like, without that, a lot of people can be like, who is that? I don't know. But it's Harry Styles. You know what I mean?
Yep. And
Um,
I'm promoting Discover Pro Wrestling today.
exactly. What if it was just what if it didn't say anything on it? You'd just be like, what is that? What is that logo? You don't know. You don't want it to be that niche. You want to be like straight up, be like, what are you getting yourself into? What are you buying? So put your name on your shirt. And number five, be in the best shape you possibly can, because a lot of people like, work on you. It's one of those, best shape and hygiene. You don't want to wrestle somebody who is really smelly, like doesn't shower, doesn't wear deodorant, something like that. You got to keep up on that. You got to keep up on that. And then the shape part, like, you don't want to wrestle somebody and you're 2 minutes in the match and like, I'm too tired. Let's just end it right now. You're like, why are you tired? Because I all I do is eat pizza and drink beer. You're like, well, well, maybe a physical sport isn't for you. You can, I don't know, work at a desk or something like that. Yeah, I guess those are the five things. If you can sum that all up.
No, that was a good top five, man. I think any kid or anybody, even an adult listening right now that's interested, I think those top five alone. I
Yeah,
mean,
I hope
obviously there's more,
someone
but
can take away from that.
yeah, you gave, I think, a pretty good top five. All right,
Absolutely.
question 8. Now, like I said, you like to do a lot of flying in your wrestling. So, number 8, if you could be any bird, what bird would you be?
Very good question. Wild question. Um, Maybe a hummingbird. I don't know. I was big into Yu-Gi-Oh, and they were big in there's a big they were big into hummingbirds for a bit on there. So probably a hummingbird. They're not big, they're not huge like bald eagles or something, but I'm not a big guy. I'm 5'7", so I'd probably be the one.
Okay. Question 9, if you could box in a celebrity boxing match with any actor or athlete, who would you want to fight?
Young Sheldon. Young Sheldon. I hate Young Sheldon. I don't like Big Bang Theory. I think it's very like cringy, but the actor of Young Sheldon, I don't know. He was just one of everyone has that one actor that they see and they're just like, And then every clip of them, I'm like, this is not funny. And so if I could celebrity box one, it would be young Sheldon. I don't, I don't know his name or anything, but I blocked him on everything. So I never even
Okay.
met the guy, but I don't want to see his stuff.
All right. Question 10. Can you tell me an interesting story out of your career?
Um, yes. I mean, there's got to be one. Um, Me and my brother just went to Omaha last year, and I like going there for Magnum Pro. Shout out to Magnum Pro. Um, and I'm big into VHS tapes. I like to collect them. I have a VHS TV, so try to get as many as I can. All these good ones I'm hunting for, and they have a VHS store there in Omaha because we have nothing in North Dakota. So I was like, oh, awesome. So when we go there, it's like 5 minutes away from the venue. Let's go to that. So we went in there. Uh, I was super excited. My brother was like, I'll just wait in the car. So I went in there, so many VHS tapes. It was like a video games, VHSs, all that. And I texted my brother, I was like, you should come in here. It's really cool. So then I have to go to the bathroom real quick. I'm like, hey, do you guys have like a key for the bathroom? They're like, yeah, sure. I go to the bathroom. There is there's a turd on the floor in there. And I'm like, oh God. I'm like, what do I do? Like, so I'm like, I got to get out of there quick. I don't want them to think it's me. So I just go up to the front desk. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be straight up with you. Someone shit on the floor. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. And he was like, oh, great. So then my brother walks in. He's like, this place is cool. I'm like, hey, someone shit on the floor. And then he starts dying laughing. The guy who's going to clean the bathroom is literally walking by as he's laughing at him pretty much. And we're like, oh, he totally knows we're laughing at him. But it was just wild. And then I'm on the hunt for a VHS uh Bride of Chucky. I couldn't find it anywhere. My brother was like big into Chris Masters. And then at the same time, I couldn't find any Bride of Chucky, and it's been months while I was looking for this movie. They didn't have it in the store, and I asked them if they have it. They're like, "We'll go check in the back." Then they were like, "Somebody just brought in a giant tote, and they had Bride of Chucky." I was so excited. I was having the best day of my life. My brother found a Chris Masters toy, like a vintage one, and we're like, "This is awesome!" And I'm super like I'm in the best mood ever. I'm on cloud nine. We go to the venue. I'm in such a good move, such a good mood, and then I'm like, I want to try this one move out. With being in there for like 2 minutes, boom! I hit my head. I got a concussion. I was like, there goes my mood, and I'm like, great, what do I do now? And I'm like, well, I can't pull out. I'm the main event. So I'm like throwing up, trying to drink water, trying to like stay in it. We put the match together. I wrestle the match. It hurts. I go back to the venue and I'm just like, I go back to our hotel and I just go straight to bed. I'm just like, my, it was such a good day. And then it was so many weird stuff. Someone shit in the bathroom. I found my treasured VHS, get a concussion. It was just a loaded day. 10 hours drive to get there, and
That sounds
but
like a
yeah,
movie.
I have a vlogging camera just so I could like film like matches and just my life throughout the year, and I really wish I filmed that day start to finish because there was a wild one.
All right,
But
question
yeah,
11. Oh, question 11. If you didn't become a professional wrestler, what profession do you think you'd be in right now?
probably acting. Like if there was one I was shooting for, it'd be acting because it's pretty much the same thing. But I always wanted to be an actor when I was a kid. I showed a lot of interest in that because I was like, you can be a superhero in a movie. You can like I can be Spider-Man or I can be Robin. Like I'm just like I can shoot for those roles, or I can just be in a superhero movie as just some random dude. I love James Franco, so I was like, I want to be in comedy movies. I just loved acting. I loved how you can be someone else and you can play someone else.
Okay. Question 12. What's your proudest moment out of your career right now?
My proudest moment would probably be wrestling wrestling Dolph Ziggler. That one is it was just so real because I looked up to him growing up like a lot. I had shirts and posters and autographs from him, and then the day you like actually get to meet and wrestle him, it's just one of those like this is so real. Like you feel like you made it somewhere. And I think that and winning the Below Zero championship, it's just because that was like my first actual title where a company like believed in me and then they were like, we think you can carry our company. And that all the way to the point of being like, we think you are able to take on someone the caliber of Dolph Ziggler, top 10 wrestlers ever.
Okay. Question 13. How has wrestling affected your life in a positive manner and in a negative manner?
A positive manner, it feels like everyone like should find like they feel like their purpose is in life and their goal in life. And that's the thing that I hate going to the gym. I hate eating healthy, but it's one of those like this is my purpose in life. So this is what I'm always shooting for. Like this is what I keep going for. And just having something you can always work towards to get better, a goal and all that. And that's my what it did for me. And the negative, probably missing out on a lot of weekends with friends because it's just like I don't have wrestling shows really just down the street from me. And so every weekend I would, especially like last year, me and my brother were wrestling at AWF like in Minnesota all the time. So it was like sometimes twice a month, and that would be 2 weekends. And so then I wouldn't be able to hang out with my friends. I would get calls from them, be like, "Come out, where are you?" And I'm like, "I'm Minnesota again." And they're like, "Oh, well, we're all gonna have fun without you then." I'm like, "Okay, great, do your thing." And then like my girlfriend has to stay at home alone with the dogs, and then maybe she's going to like one of her nieces or nephews' birthday parties. Everyone's all together, and I'm just sitting in a car for 8 hours, 9 hours, and just being like, wish I was there. So that's the negative. You miss out on a lot.
Okay. Question 14. If you could be a piece of fruit, what piece of fruit would you be?
Like be a fruit,
Yeah, if you were a fruit, what fruit would you choose to be?
probably probably a cherry. Like why do I say cherry? I don't know. I have a cherry tattoo right there, so that'd probably be why. My girlfriend has a cherry tattoo as well for me, so I think I'd be a cherry.
Okay. Question 15. Do you enjoy doing winter activities like snowboarding, snowmobiling, ice fishing, ice skating, anything like that?
Absolutely not. I hate the cold. The name Ice King is just it's just a name, it's just a gimmick. I hate the cold. I do not have fun outside. It I mean I'd rather be in heat more than the cold because like everyone's like you can put on layers, but I don't care. I can take off layers, I can drink water. At least if I'm in the heat, I feel like exhausted. But if I always feel exhausted. I'm always tired. But if I'm in the cold, I'm in pain. I don't want to be in pain. I'd rather be exhausted. I'd rather be tired.
I agree with you 100%.
Like
All
it's
right.
pretty wild.
Question 16. What's the best dish you can cook?
Um, I think it's weird. I hate cheese and I hate bread, but when you mix them together, I love a good grilled cheese. And if I put a like brisket in the inside. I could do grilled cheese with brisket. I think that is the best thing I can cook. I can eat probably like three of those sandwiches. I won't because again, like I said, you got to watch what you eat. But that At least eat two of them, then take a nap. I think that is my dream right there. That is my best
Okay.
dish.
Question 17. What household chore do you hate doing the most?
Um, my girlfriend's great because she does a lot of them, usually when I'm at work. So, but my most hated household chore would probably be doing dishes. I hate doing dishes so much because then I always get it on my shirt and then I'm soaked and it's on my sleeves and then there's food in my hands and I'm like I then I don't fill the dishwasher well and so I that would be the one I hate the most.
All right, question 18. What's the strangest item or thing that anybody's ever asked you to autograph?
You always get phone cases and like shoes and stuff. What I know there is one, just I can't like think of it. I've signed like replica belts and stuff where I'm like, you sure? But I've signed foreheads numerous times. But I want to think of an item. A pineapple, I think. I think that was when I signed.
Okay.
There's got to be weirder out there, but I know a pineapple is something I signed, and I was like, I what is this gonna do? But
All right, question 19. If you could steal anything and get away with it, what would you steal?
probably a movie prop. I'm a big I love items. I decorate the house with like toys, items. You can see these Spider-Man posters and like those are my VHSs, and I have Funkos laying around and all that. Like I'm a big physical guy, so I would probably steal a Spider-Man's bone saws costume from Spider-Man 1. Um Macho Man's costume, he wrestled Spider-Man in Spider-Man 1. I see it's on eBay and it's hasn't got sold because it's a crazy amount of money, but I think that's the one I would steal and I'd put it up in my house.
All right. Well, question 20. You've pretty much already answered this, but I'll just ask it anyways in case there's anything else. Um, do you collect anything?
Yeah, I have a lot. I collect a lot of things to the point where I need to stop. The the like most quiet one about it. I collect hotel keys from like big shows. Like so when I wrestled Ziggler, I kept the hotel key and like wrestled like my brother for the first time. I kept the hotel key. I collect that stuff, but Funkos, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards, movie posters, vinyls. I have like a lot of vinyls up there. VHSs. VHS is like my big one right now, but I know there's more stuff. I just need to slow down. I'm a big trinket guy, so yeah, those are the things I collect.
All right. Well, listen, I appreciate you coming on and talking about your career a little bit and answering the 20 questions. It's been fun. If you got anything to say to your fans or you want to talk about any match dates that are coming up, go ahead.
Um Yeah, I wrestle in Fargo on February maybe 14th or something like that. Was it? 21st. My girlfriend had to help me. I wrestle my next date is Below Zero in Fargo on February 21st. I'm very excited for that. So be there. Um, at the Butler Arena. Um, Come see me. Always come say hi. Bring me VHSs. I'm on the hunt. I will take them. Other than that, like it's just one of those. Look at, follow me on Instagram, Jack underscore Ledger underscore Ice King. I think
Yes, and
something
it's
like that.
actually going across the bottom of the screen right
Oh
now.
yeah, perfect. Yeah, perfect. And then go to my pro wrestling tees, buy a shirt there. Reach out to me if you want anything custom shirts. I'm pretty simple. That's about it.
All right. Hold on. And with that, the truth has spoken.